We have people waiting.
Oh dear.
Oh boy. Is everybody hype?
No.
Yes. Should we come up with our own theme song? No Cubs, no. No
I
Cubs,
don't know.
no. No Cubs, no. You know, when you made that video, that was stuck in my head for like 4 days.
Uh,
I was just
I
walking
just
around.
did it just to take it down, or just strike at the heart of Cubs fans, but it's really a bad hit.
Yeah. Didn't you get asked to put that on like iTunes or something?
No, I'm not putting that on iTunes. Come on.
Come on, man. The Cubs fans need no Cubs, no. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? You know, it was gold. It was just a moment in time, you know. Anyways, that was hilarious. Look, we didn't even start the show, and I put in that the show was going to start tonight, and there were like 4 super chats before we even started. So,
Jeez, man.
I don't
People
know.
want to talk about it. I don't know, man.
We got a lot of stuff to talk about. We got Antonio Brown basically wrote his farewell tweet to the
And he won't get traded for like 3 months if he is.
Yeah, so I don't know what was discussed or how that went, but it's hilarious because everything with him seems to be like this show, a dumpster fire. You had the AAF, which was I guess it was a methadone effect of football. You know, we got one more week and it wasn't watered down, you know, the games weren't good, but there were some things to like about it, right?
They were
Wouldn't you say?
decent. They weren't terrible. I
Yeah.
mean, they had their moments.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you know, the thing that I liked about it is like you wonder where that Korean kicker, young,
Yeah, they got some memes in there, man. Young Ho Koo.
Yeah,
you
Young
got
Ho
Nick
Koo.
Folk,
Right.
Nick Novak, Christian Hackenberg, Trent Richardson.
Yeah, some nice NFL
Mike
has been.
Singletary.
I cannot wait for Nathan Peterman to start throwing picks in the AAF. That would be.
No, he's probably going to be throwing
Amazing.
touchdowns. That's going to be
I
the
know.
funny part.
Watch him come out and just.
The great redemption arc would be Christian Hackenberg going from terrible to just a great quarterback, and I'd be like, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it was good though. It's football, and a lot of people were saying, yeah, you know, XFL was bad football, right? UFL, like all these other leagues were bad football, but this is, I don't know. The thing that I have a problem with the AAF is it's on CBS, and I don't want to pay for that streaming app because I don't have cable.
It's not the streaming app that's the issue. It's also on NFL Network, so
I didn't see it on NFL Network.
it was on the last game of the week, Arizona and Salt Lake.
Yeah, I thought that you could.
I saw a little bit of I think the game that was on ours was Atlanta and sorry, I'm drawing a blank. Orlando.
Yeah. There's only 8 teams, I think, right?
Yeah.
Birmingham put their dick inside of the Memphis Express.
Well, Memphis had Christian Hackenberg to deal with too, so you're also dealing with negative there.
Imagine you're
Trent
a coach.
Richardson,
Right.
He was rough for 3 quarters.
Yeah. Imagine you're a coach. Who's the coach of the Memphis Express?
Mike Singletary.
Yeah, so he's like, all right, I want winners. And then he gets Christian Hackenberg, and he's like, fuck.
He also has Zach Mettenberger, selfie boy.
Oh, hey. He should get Matty Mock, too, and they could have a cocaine trio there.
No, is Mark Sanchez still under contract? Grab
I
him.
think he's still,
Under contract with the Shitskins.
He thinks he's an NFL quarterback, but he is.
No, it's the Redskins thought he was
fraudulent.
a quarterback because a bunch of his coaches knew him. It was nepotism.
He was so bad that they put Josh Johnson in, and Josh Johnson looked good. That's
Yeah,
how
Josh
bad
Johnson was supposed to be a member of the San Diego Fleet.
All right,
he
I
should be
have to
starting.
read this, even though there's some Snapchats. John Mack just said Dennis Green should coach in the AAF or XFL. Dennis Green has been dead, I think, for maybe 8 years.
He's been dead for a couple of years.
Yeah, I think he.
But it would be interesting to see some necromancy going on.
It would. Apparently, his son is a child porn distributor. Dennis Mike, convicted, by the way. All right, let's get through some Snapper chatters. Oh, and I have a surprise to announce at the end of the show, so everyone stick around.
Oh God.
James Amadei, I'm gonna start it off. Will the MLBPA call a strike over Harper and Machado lack of suitors with money, like in 81 and 94? So 81 and 94 were mostly about singular issues, right? Like 81, I guess, was sort of in response to collusion and just shit just adding up. But 94 was about a salary cap. And
Yeah, it was like they went on a players strike, and then
Yeah.
the owners just locked them out.
Yeah, it was ugly. They were like, "Oh, you don't want to sign the CBA, then we'll just fucking cancel the World Series. Fuck you." And then it was
And then
just
Montreal died,
Right.
and
Yep. And then Bill Clinton had to basically put an injunction in so that they would go back to work. And then they signed the CBA like 6 months after the season. So if that didn't happen, it would have been 2 seasons canceled. But I don't think that what's happening to Harper and Machado is collusion. I think that a lot of teams are like, fuck these 2 guys. You know?
I think a lot of it too is I think the baseball owners are kind of seeing the bubble might be starting to pop, because they were making a lot of money off TV contracts, and they're starting to see their attendance dwindle, ratings are dwindling, fan interest is dwindling as their base is slowly dying off. I think they're starting to see that. And I think that's why they don't want to throw that much money around.
That's a great segue.
And you also have to look at the recent contracts. Like, you don't want a Chris Davis, like, for the next 5 years. You don't want Albert Pujols. You don't want a Josh Hamilton, even a Yu Darvish or Eric Hosmer.
It's amazing.
Like, those contracts will kill you.
Right. It's taken till now to figure that out, though. Like, Bobby Bonilla. Like, we can just name bad contracts, and now they want to fuck Machado and Harper. I think it's because they're jerks. I think that there's a lot of question marks with them, both of them, on how viable they're going to be as major leaguers for the next. Well, maybe not Harper as much, but I don't know. It is definitely interesting. You want to read the next snapper chat?
Tucker White 94 for 666.
Starting
Which
off
is
the
pretty
show.
ironic considering this chat. The New York Knickerbockers are 10-46 on the season and currently ride a 17-game losing streak. I wish American sports leagues believed in relegation. Honestly, they make a great case for it, especially with how much of a hot mess they've been. But unfortunately, there's no way you're going to get the owners to buy into that shit.
I think
There's none.
Then
you have to get into like relegation clauses for contracts, and it would just open up a whole new can of worms. It would make sense, but it's never going to happen.
I'm on the verge of auctioning off my fandom, my NBA fandom, to a team, to this stream. Like, I think we should do a stream where, we start out with super chats at $1, and by the end of the night, whoever has the highest super chat and they get to pick my team. And then
your all proceeds go towards your liquor cabinet.
Yes. If someone like picks like the Sacramento Kings, like one of you dicks would do that. You'd give like a $50 Snapchat and then make me love the Indiana Pacers, and I'd be like, fuck. But I don't really think there's any team worse than the Knicks that you could be a fan of. Is there? Besides the Kings, which could be contracted in like
Kings
2
are
years.
doing okay this year though, so.
Right, but the Knicks, I couldn't imagine what the worst fandom you could have if you auctioned off you'll love the Nets. JG Zilla's already firing up his $50 Snapchat. I'm still thinking about it though, because
you got to realize that the Nets haven't had a first round pick in 5 years or even more, right. And they're significantly better off than the Knicks.
The Knicks trade Porzingis, right? And then they thinking that they're going to get Zion and Kevin Durant and Anthony. None of those fuckers are coming to the...
Of course, you've got space for 2 max contracts. You're probably going to get probably the 5th overall pick because fuck the Knicks. You're going to get Tobias Harris and Derek Bledsoe. Maybe you'd be lucky if you even got those guys.
Yeah. It's bad. It's just,
you're gonna have to overpay to get players.
It's terrible.
And a supermax contract isn't gonna like do stuff.
It's just bad. And the Knicks, I was in college when they were good, and I'm old. Look at this beard. Like, this is fucking old shit right here. I look like fucking Asian mall Santa, and the Knicks have been bad my whole life entirely, and they never won shit. Anyways, Liwa 503, what's up? Holy shit. A hockey video on a division rival. This deserves all my money. All $5. Also, thoughts on closeness of the West playoff race. Yes. I was shocked at the Wild video, by the way. I was impressed.
I was considering just doing something a little different in that regard. Like, you know, like sometimes it's nice to just change the pace a little bit. I've been thinking about it for a while, so it's like, hey, why not? It was supposed to be a Flyers video, and then they won 9 straight, and it's like, it's bad optics just to do that.
I just got a text from my wife. I stole her candy. See?
Spaghetti.
Even though I buy her candy all the time. You know,
you stole her fucking candy, dude. You took her Mike and Ike's?
Yeah, I took her Mike and Ike's. I did.
Valentine's Day, man. You got to make it up to her. You got to buy her, like, chocolates and shit.
All right. You read the next Snapchat. I got to go give these to her. This is real life, people.
All right. Yeah, exactly. And you're going to be in the doghouse.
Oh,
5 points.
I live in the doghouse. What are you talking about?
Oh, you're hardcore in the doghouse. You're whipped like whipped cream, motherfucker. And I hope he did not hear that because, whatever, I'll probably say it to him once he gets back. Tucker White for 94 for 666 again. To a Monsieur Tree. Thank you, sir. Would you ever do a locale video on a NASCAR team, particularly on Roush Fenway Racing and or Richard Childress Racing? I mean, it's one of those things where you just have to consider, like, a lot of factors in that regard. I think a lot of it also has to do with the fact that NASCAR has gotten so ridiculously expensive in terms of its R&D, in terms of its maintenance and car construction and development, that it's near impossible for so many people to keep up.
Aren't they letting in
that's why
some new OEMs, some new cars into NASCAR? Isn't that happening? Like Porsche is going to have a team, and
I don't know, man.
I don't know. We'll have to ask Tucker White. He knows.
Dude, they would flip the fuck out. Like, people flipped out over Toyota being in NASCAR.
They're like, hey!
Could you imagine, like, Porsche or, like, Ferrari? Jesus, they riot. They think it's, like, sissy European shit.
We can't have them sissy Europeans in there. We already got them Toyotas up in there, them Hondas, too. Yep. Nah, dude, NASCAR is realizing that it has to diversify. I don't know. I've been to a race. It's very fun. It's awesome. It's a good way of drinking.
The issue with NASCAR is it got way too gimmicky.
Yeah. It's a great way to lose your hearing. Where are we at? You read Tucker White again?
Yep, Mr. Tucker White. Right, Eli Arbiza is up next.
All right. For $2, who are the best and worst NFL coaching hires? That's a good question. I like Kingsbury.
You asshole.
For me to poop on. I don't know. All these hires are really hard to tell. I like Brian Flores though as a good hire, as a plus.
I don't think Flores is ready yet. That's my main thing. I think he needs another couple of years of development to be able to find his own scheme. The fortunate thing is Tampa Bay's Miami's probably going to be deep in the tank, so I'll have like a couple years of grace period. So hopefully he won't get fired after a year like Steve Wilkes was, even if Wilkes did a poor job.
Yeah, I don't know. What about Adam Gase? Huh? How about him? Huh?
The retread of the Jets, who hired 2 guys that are at each other's throats after Bountygate, and then hired his son. And it's like, yeah, it's that might be a butt fumble. That sounds like an implosion or a soap opera waiting to happen.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I'll put that one in the worst category. All right, who are the new coaches? I like Mike Singletary. New NFL coaches.
We got Bruce Arians.
Yeah, Bruce Arians is a good get. He's always going to be successful. He's a football mind, you know. I'm
surprised he came back considering the health issues and desire to stay with the family, but
all right, here we have a carousel tracker. Coaching carousel or carousel.
I like Vic Fangio.
Vic Fangio. Hey, it's a Vic Fangio. Of course, now because I said something in Italian accent, I'll be labeled a racist.
No, they don't care about Italians. You're good.
Bengals. Zach Taylor, was he officially hired? No.
Yes.
Okay.
Zach Taylor, the quarterback's coach from the Rams.
Doug Marone kept his job. Brian Flores. This is old, man. Matt LaFleur. Cliff Kingsbury. Bruce. Yeah, I would say Bruce Arians can restore Tampa to the.
If you can get famous Jameis to stop turning the ball over, he can be a.
Yeah, the bakery is always open. Beast of Metal, 1989. Light a candle for 5 points. Death of 2K video. Well, I re-uploaded it. There was a copyright issue, and that's all I have to say about it. But I don't know. I might wait till that strike is gone before I repost it. But I'm a little salty about that. So, yeah, it's not. I'm a little upset. I didn't delete it myself. I'll tell you that. But it is what it is. If I didn't ask permission for the footage and I used it and someone took it down, so that's what happened. But most people are not like that. Most. In fact, if I saw someone using my clip, I would just laugh. But that's what I did when I saw Stark Raving Sports do it. But I'm not everyone. I'm just me.
Creepy.
A man that had his video taken down. Cue the memes. All right, Tucker White, $2. Do you want to read this one?
Yep. Update. Red Wings lead the Predators 1-0. That is all. And they are still leading the Predators 1-0. St. Louis leading New Jersey 5-1. Tampa Bay crushing Calgary. Boston over Chicago. Dallas, Florida. Ottawa is leading Carolina. Minnesota's crushing Philly. Of course, the day after I release a vid on them. Yeah. Jets beating your Rangers 2-1.
Oh gosh, hold on.
Maple Leafs beating the Avalanche. And Sabres beating the Islanders.
I just typed in NFL scores. NHL scores.
Yeah, buddy.
Sorry. Yep, here we go. Yeah, you just gave us the rundown, but the Rangers, they go out and beat the Maple Leafs, right? And they
because Georgiev's played out of his mind.
Yeah,
that's what happened.
Yeah, they were not the better team. Clearly, the Maple Leafs are a better team. They had like 60 shots or something, and the Rangers had like 3, and all 3 went. It was one of those.
Same thing happened with Penn's Flyers last night.
What happened there?
If you saw that game, they dominated zone time easily. But Matt Murray stole that game. Carter Hart made some rookie mistakes, and Evgeny Malkin decided to be a fucking idiot. So,
oh yeah, didn't he like get lit up?
He got suspended a game.
Yeah,
it was reckless as hell. I mean, he luckily missed, but it's fucking reckless, man. Like he's known to do that. Like he loses his control sometimes, and he just goes haywire, and it's fucking annoying.
Yeah, he's not the most disciplined player.
When he's on, he's one of the best in the league, but then he has those lulls where just dude, get out of it, please.
Yeah. You gotta watch out for Evgeno Malkin, as I like to call him.
Goodness.
Evgeno Malkin. Dodger of Zion, what's up? Dodger.
Oh boy.
Yep. I should be appearing on her Twitch stream.
Oh, she got you into the tarot cards too, huh?
Yes, I will get my tarot cards read. Hopefully it's not because there's no transaction involved. The only other time I've had my cards read was at I was in Philly, and some lady was my coworker was oh, you should go to a fortune teller or whatever. And every time she told my fortune, she was like, do you want to know more about this? That's another $20. And I was like,
yeah.
I thought it was only $10. It says $10 fortunes, and I was
yep, you're gonna die. You get the tower. Yeah. So
she did tell me I was gonna have my own business someday, and yes, my business is talking shit. All right, let me read this. We're still mourning the loss of BDN over here. That's Big Dick Nick for all you rookies. Where do you see him landing now that he's flying out of Philly? A lot of Giant talk. I don't like it. I mean, Eli Manning's just going to serve out his last couple of years on the stud farm before they take him out back and shoot him. And, I don't think we need him unless somehow you know, if there was a way that Eli and him could win a Super Bowl over the Patriots one last time, that would be great. Like somehow, like Nick Foles starts the first half, gets hurt, and then Eli comes in and leads that magical drive, and then I wake up and I'm still old.
Then you realize, oh, your pants are soiled, and the bills are due, and there's shit all over the place.
Yep, I had a nocturnal emission, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right, you got the next one.
Yes, sir. Nick the Geek. Oh, sorry, that's
no.
David Benjamin. Sorry.
Yeah.
This is your question. What was it with that 3-second video on Friday? I didn't even notice that. I'm sitting there like, you streamed? And then it's like you just sitting there for 3 seconds. And you probably realized, like, it would have been funnier if you were just, like, scratching your ass or burping.
I was going to do that, but no. I was filming for Flemlo, and I was using OBS as the motion cap. And then I meant to hit start recording, but on OBS, start streaming is above start recording, and I started streaming, and I just turned it off, and there you go.
So that's 3 seconds of wonderful. I mean, you should have held out for like a super chat of like 99 cents. Should have held out for long, man.
Butt hurt that I didn't read it. I don't know. I just fucked up. I just hit it for 3 seconds, and then when Flemlo's video comes out, it'll make sense to everyone. It will.
Fair enough.
I like that he asked about it though. Like, hey, he just didn't gonna just leave it. Like, hey, you made a 3-second video and there's no.
I thought I was like trying to be like a cheap imitation of art. That's what I was thinking.
It was art, but not a cheap imitation. It was just accidental art. You know, it was.
Well, most art can be considered as cheap imitation. So
well, pissing on a wall can be considered art if you really want to do that. Nick the Geek. I like saying that. Nick the Geek. UT. Oh, this one's for you. So this is even better that I get to read it.
What'd you make of Minnesota? Legacy of failure. For all the teams as a whole or not, because you've already made Viking and Wild ones. Also, hey, you two. I think the thing is, the issue is like they won a championship in the early 90s. I think it's more like disappointment and futility. Like the Vikings one's already been done. Although it could use some updating. I mean, the Wild are technically just there. The Twins are also there.
Yeah.
And then you lose to the Yankees repeatedly.
The Twins won 2.
And then the Timberwolves, like they made the playoffs, they gambled everything, and it blew up in their face.
Yeah, the Twins won 2 World Series in 5 years. And then haven't done anything since. And they won every home game in those 2 series. And
they nearly contracted 10 years later.
Yep. Yeah, they were on the verge of contracting.
So thank you, Carl Pohlad, you cheap motherfucker.
Yeah. That baseball in Minnesota is fun though. Outdoor, like in the summertime, Minnesota is pretty nice. I have to admit, it's like I don't know how to explain it. It's very. You know, it's warm, but it's not like, oh, fuck, it's too hot here. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Yeah, it's more like a temperate climate.
Yeah, but it gets hot, you know? Like, it's not like, oh, it's not nice out here. It's too cold. But, I don't know. I like Minnesota. All right, here's the big one. From Mr. Mephisto. So the AAF is a thing. $20, by the way. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, brother.
That takes the sting out of getting your video taken down and getting mocked for a 3-second video. So the AAF is a thing. What do you guys think needs to happen 3 years down the line for them to stay in business? Expansion, NFL draft pick assignments, contracts out of high school, etc. That's a good question. Because who knows? In 3 weeks, the AAF could be horrible, you know, like, but I think what the AAF serves, and if it can be sustained, is a wonderful experimentation ground for the NFL, you know, like they can try shit out and get some refs, some training out there on how to make terrible calls, you know, and how to allow people to hit the quarterback And yeah, what do you think, Tree?
I would say probably. I think it would have to do with like personnel. I would say if they can use it as like a developmental like area. Like I don't know if they'd really try to poach into the NCAA system, even though it's cheap as hell and most people try to withdraw. I would say perhaps if they can use it as like a way to develop their draft stock. Would that really find a way to work?
I think that's possible. I think
At least for the high profile prospects. Like
I don't know. Do you think the appeal now is that there's some where are they now type players in the league? And that's a good question.
there's a little bit of that. There's like a little bit of the second chance and the underdog and the unknown.
Right.
There's a little bit of that too. Like there's a lot of money being put into this. So I mean, you're not doing a one and done sort of thing. So
yeah.
I mean, the attendance was pretty bad, but that's to be expected. It's like it's a weekend, nobody knows what it is. Like you're in like markets that don't know about it, or in Arizona's case, like you have a team that sucks.
I had a dumb idea. A virtual sports league where instead of playing in front of everyone, in every seat in the arena is a smartphone, and you buy that seat from your house.
Courtesy of SeatGeek, right?
Right.
And then you just sit there and watch.
Right. It's the SeatGeek app, but instead of actually going to the game, you just log into the computer at the picture or the smartphone in your seat, and you can't get up either, but you can go use the bathroom, I guess.
Can you buy $15 beers?
Yeah. Like you can order a beer through the app, and then someone comes and bring like Uber Eats. They have Uber beer for you. You have to do it every time, though. But it's a way, to get rid of some overhead, like I just think it would be a great idea. Let's start it. The virtual sports league, where you buy
virtual
tickets,
sports league,
but you don't have to come. That's our. I gotta stop smoking the weed. All right, Beast of Metal, 1989. Wait, who read the last one? Did I?
That was me. So actually, that was you. Sorry.
Yeah. All right.
I'm skimping out on my Snapchat reads. Yeah. I'm not doing my daily service to the peoples. Right. Muchos forgiveness, senor. Stop making me hungry, damn it. Also, I hope the Flyers just take themselves out with one of those poppers that Gritty fires, so that vid sees the light. Well, so far, I think they're down 3-2. Like, they scored on the power play. But it is the Wild, so
I did love Gritty jizzing on all those announcers.
Kings.
Yeah.
Silly string.
Shooting yogurt roll.
That's why they probably got rid of it. It's just like, oh.
They're like, we know it's silly string, but it's kind of coming out of his dick.
Yeah, it's coming out from a different area. Yeah. And it's just like.
Gritty thought he was in Van Nuys. He thought he was at the Brazzers studio. And he was the star of the Bukkake. And that's what happened. It was great. I thought it was hilarious. Gritty is bad and good for the NHL. Bad because he's creepy, but good for me because he's on team content, and we are on team content. Eli Arbaiza, $2. Antonio Brown to the Redskins, please. I'm thinking OBJ and Antonio Brown should be on opposite sides of the field, and they can just yell shit at each other like, oh, fuck, I'm going to catch this. No, you going to catch this. And they'll just argue until neither of them
they'll bitch about neither of them get the ball.
Yep, right.
If he goes to the Jets and Sam Darnold doesn't get him the ball, he's just going to lay him out.
So he would become Santonio Holmes 2.0 if he went to the Jets, or Percy Harvin. What other wide receivers were ruined by the Jets?
Braylon Edwards.
Yeah, Santana Moss. The Jets have.
It's what the Jets do.
Yeah.
It's what they do.
They have eaten receivers alive and just killed their careers. I don't know where AB goes, but it could. Whoever it is going to get better at the receiver position for maybe a year and a half. Maybe.
Well, he's just going to keep his same personality. You know that.
Yeah. It's not like he's coming up on his most productive years, though. I don't know. Maybe he could do like Randy Moss did when he came to the Patriots and scored like 50 touchdowns or whatever, but he wasn't really much after that. He didn't have that breakaway speed after that one big year with the Patriots, you know. But
Well, he just hit 30 at the time, and that's usually the time when your physical attributes start to decline.
Yeah, that's what happens. All right, you got this next one?
Yes, sir. I forgot where we were. Talker White 94. Update on the update. Red Wings lead the Preds 2-1. Man,
I guess he's rooting for the Preds because no one can honestly root for the Red Wings.
I don't know if you'd want root for the Red Wings to win.
Yeah,
because you'd want them to lose.
Yeah,
don't give Holland any ideas.
Yeah, the Rangers game when they played Toronto, I was like, oh, that's great, they won, but we were trying to tank
you want to tank for Capo Caco or Jack Hughes.
We needed some defenders. We need Mark Stahl to graciously retire. Like, I was thinking about that. If they trade Zook, the last two Rangers from the finals run is Zook, Kreider, Stahl, and Lundqvist. And Lundqvist is going to retire. So it will just be Kreider left, basically, next year. And Kreider was 18 when that... Oh, no, he wasn't 18. He was, I think it was third year in the league.
Probably like 21.
Yeah, something like that.
Would Lundqvist have a recapture penalty?
I don't know. I'm not
because I know there are a bunch of players that have recapture penalties, but I'm not sure.
I know he makes $10 million a year, and that would be lovely to give to free agents in 2 years. That would be.
It depends on front loaded. So.
Yep. You got this next? No. Okay. Aiden C97. $2 Californian. New Canadian yins are saying hi. Content's great. Thank you. I know it's Canadian dollars too, but a yinzer in Canada. That's interesting. How does that work?
Canadian yinzer. I don't know how that works.
Does he wear like extra jean jackets? Like how are you a Canadian yinzer? Like how does
jean
that work?
Shorts doused in maple syrup. Like that's
yeah. Does he politely tell you the Steelers are the fucking best? Like is that? He's like,
I don't know.
Excuse me, I apologize. The Steelers are the best. That's right. Let's just mix all the stereotypes into one. All right, you get to take this next one because this one's really good. Welcome to the show, by the way, Aiden.
Definitely, man. Duelist Master 9 for $2. Thoughts on Kareem Hunt going to the Browns?
It took 30 minutes, but we're finally talking about Kareem Hunt, and this is
and that's why we're a dumpster fire.
Yes. So go ahead and drop your thoughts on it while I gather mine.
My personal thought is I don't know why they're doing it. I mean, it's not an issue with Kareem Hunt or what he did. It's just you already have a talented backfield in Duke Johnson and Nick Chubb. I don't know where Kareem Hunt's going to fit in that whole situation.
They could.
Because,
go ahead.
Oh. I don't know, where, you would shuffle everyone around to. Because I felt like Nick Chubb, showed some flashes of, breakout talent.
Kareem Hunt, though, he's Kareem Hunt. He's going to get you yards. And, yeah, I agree with you. It's not about what he did. You know, I've been listening to sports radio, and a lot of people have taken, the moral stance. And, people are saying, if that was your sister or whatever. And some people have a real hardline stance about it. And I'm sort of in the camp well, he's got to do his time or whatever, which is probably a 4-game or 8-game suspension next year.
I'm thinking 6 to 10.
But from a Levers standpoint, it's not a bad move, right? They could bring in a veteran. Gosh, the Blues are killing the Devils.
The Devils are trash.
Yeah. They could bring in a veteran, a highly talented young running back, and if he doesn't work out or if the suspension's too long, he's got trade value. Some dumbass team will take on Kareem Hunt. And I wouldn't even call them dumbasses. Some team will take the PR hit to get those yards out on the field, for sure. I think even the Giants could use Kareem Hunt, even though they have Saquon, because he'd be an awesome third down or spell back for anyone. Like you get a starting running back at a discount price if you're the Browns. So I don't think it's a bad move for them at all.
I mean, if you're looking at talent acquisition and asset management, it's all right. But if you're looking at it from a football perspective, I don't know where you really put him. That's my issue.
Yeah, I don't know, but it is Cleveland. So Jimmy Haslam was like, fuck it. This city wants to win. We'll take the PR hit. He was like, I'm the owner. I'm Jimmy Haslam. That's already a PR hit enough. So we'll just bring in Kareem Hunt. Like, fuck it. And Greg Hardy will be in camp next week. All right, I like this next screen name here. Holy shit, baby Jesus is on fire.
Ooh, baby Jesus is on fire.
Him a little too close to one of those candles, or one of those torches in the manger.
Too many nativity scenes, dude.
Yep, he just got him the bulb burned out, and now baby Jesus is on fire. Holy shit! Maybe maybe his diaper's full. That's why it's holy shit. Okay. Do you guys think that the Nats can still compete in the NL East without Bryce, or should they just blow it up and rev up the tanks?
I think they still can.
I think they're gonna
I mean, they're reaching the end of their window. Like, they have like a couple years left. Like, they're gonna have Juan Soto. I mean, Robles. I mean, if he lives up to his potential, they'll be okay. I mean, I don't know how long Scherzer keeps like playing like a god. That's the issue you got to deal with.
Strasburg's elbow.
And Strasburg is like health issue. Like, he was kind of shaky last year, but he was able to put it on sometimes. You have Patrick Corbin, who's a question mark. You have you bolster the bullpen, and then Rondon's like in the final year of his contract.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I think they get Harper back. I don't know. I think it's possible. I think it's really possible that Bryce Harper comes back.
If it was still the original terms of that contract, they'd still have him.
Yeah. Now they're like, I don't know. No one's not really offering you this, Brycey boy. I don't know. All right, you got this next one.
I think they already replaced him, though, I thought they got an outfielder.
Who? I
forget. But I thought they spent like the money they already spent on like Patrick Corbin.
Possibly. Maybe.
And a couple other guys.
That's not going to move the needle. If they can get Bryce Harper back, whoever they got, they can be like, oh, yeah. The old girlfriend's moving back in, so you're dumped. That's how it would work. All right, you got this next one?
Yes, sir. Beast of Metal 1989. Trust me for $10. Trust me, I feel your pain regarding bullying from sports corporations. My Twitter account got locked today because FS1 got mad when I told them a skit of theirs sucked and claimed I was promoting suicide.
What?
Well, that's corporations, though. They're always going to side with corporations, dude.
They locked your Twitter account? Did you tell them to go KY? You can't. There's some words that you can't say. I relentlessly on my Twitter clown corporations. I told 23andMe that they would cause or Ancestry.com that their DNA testing is an ethical nightmare, and they didn't block me. So you must have said something pretty. It must have been a funny joke, is what I have. Probably all the funny things get your account locked. Sometimes at least. Like Sports Talk Barry, that guy is the biggest troll ever. Which is hilarious.
3-year Letterman.
What? What were you gonna say?
No, I was just saying 3-year Letterman.
Oh, is that another troll account? I don't know. Yeah,
it's another one.
Sports Talk Barry to me is such brilliant satire because, well, it's he says Tom Brady is a system quarterback and he's just always dissing Tom Brady, and you have to think that he's just nuts. He's either nuts or doing it on purpose, right? Like, you can't.
He's probably doing it to get a reaction, man. Yeah, you know that.
Yeah, he's just doing it to piss people off because it's hilarious, but it's well done, I have to say. And he's been blocked like 6 times for that shit, for pissing people off. Because it's just funny how he can find the one thing that once you recognize that it's satire. It's very funny. Before You Love Shine, $2. Jerry West and Kupchak are poning Magic in trades. Well, the Magic have never been good at trades. So
I think he's talking Magic Johnson.
oh, yes, that too.
Yeah, that's pretty easy though. Like he hasn't done shit except talk.
Well,
And I mean, let's be real. They only got LeBron because he has interests in Los Angeles and he wanted to expand his brand.
yeah. Well, I think someone said it best when they said LeBron didn't choose the Lakers; he chose LA. You know,
Of course.
and he's Magic. Would he be a Rhodes Scholar outside? I'm not trying to say he's dumb, but he was known for being a great basketball player. I don't know. He's just Jerry West was also a great basketball player. I don't know what I'm trying to say is that some players that are great don't translate into becoming great executives, and Isaiah Thomas was
Of course.
an example of that.
Michael Jordan.
Yeah, Michael Jordan. You know, there's some people that just aren't good at this.
Well, it's different skill sets.
Yeah.
In terms from being an athlete or a coach or an executive.
It's not reading a defense. You have to read people. And yeah, the Pelicans never were going to trade Anthony Davis though. And I think I think I have to give Magic credit for at least picking up the phone and being like, what do you want? This is what we'll give you. And then they were like, okay. I don't know.
Well, they were just betting against themselves at one point.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, here, have our entire team plus 2 to 3 first-round picks.
Kuzma, Lonzo, whatever we have to do to get you and LeBron on the court. And then Memphis was like, New Orleans was like, no, we don't want it. Which was just a big waste of fucking time for everybody. I don't know. That situation's ugly. All right, you want to read this next one?
Yes, sir, Mr. 5 Points. Turbo Fire Clash the GOAT for $2. Give me a hot take on one of my teams. Kansas City, Vegas Golden Knights, etc. Oh, you want a hot take on Kansas City, the Chiefs? Oh, that's easy. You're not going to win a Super Bowl with Andy Reid.
Ooh,
there. I said it. Hot take.
Yeah. Patrick Mahomes didn't lose the game. His defense did.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
He about 3 straight third and longs.
That's right. Pat Mahomes. How about? Did you see TJ got beat up? Did we talk about this? Where they had like TJ Carpenter? Yeah. He just relishes in Kansas City's failure. Yeah.
Like relishes.
Freezing cold takes got him pretty bad. They said, we'll just call this the TJ Carpenter collection. It was like 5 tweets. He said that Pat Mahomes wouldn't throw more than 25 TDs and would have like 15 plus picks. Yeah. Which I could see, in the preseason, not many people were high on Patty Mahomes, but he kind of blew everyone away,
I figured it was going to be like a hot and cold sort of thing.
Yes.
Like I didn't think he'd be that consistent.
Were those takes hot enough for you? All right, Anime Holic Top, some European money. What's up? Tree for me, as a Ducks fan, Murray becoming in name only head coach is not as dumb as I first thought after I've had time to think about it. Yes, this is great that this is also being brought up now, that Randy Carlisle was finally fucking put down.
You should have been fired a month ago.
You should have been fired at the beginning of the season, but they did look really good out the gate.
Well, it's because John Gibson kept bailing them out.
Right. And now they are in just hell. And now Murray's down on the bench, just looking clueless. They're like, hey, let's just go full tank. Like, stop trying to win. You haven't coached in years.
Well, the problem is Bob Murray created a lot of this mess.
Right.
They have some bad contracts.
Bad contracts.
Like Ryan Kessler, I think, is under contract for a long time. Let me take a look.
Okay. I hear you getting in position to Google.
I already am.
Yep.
Let's take a look, sir. Ryan Kessler.
Kessler.
He's got 3 more years at $6.8 million cap hit after
left
this.
On that
with
fossil?
a full no movement clause for the next 2 years.
What's left on that fossil Corey Perry's deal?
Yep. Corey Perry's there for a while. Adam Henrique just got signed to a 5-year extension.
Oh, God.
Cam Fowler is there for another 6 or 7 years.
Ooh, he's decent. What about Hampus? Hampus Lindholm.
Hampus Lindholm.
Yes.
Yeah, he's got 3 more years at 5.2. He's doing all right there.
That's someone they'll want to
like
keep.
Silverberg's going to be a free agent, and I don't know that they'll be able to sign him. And Patrick Eves, I think, is still like under contract for a while. Yeah, he's got 1 more year.
Is Getzlaf still good?
Yeah, he's still okay. Like, he's still their best player. And he's got 8.2 for another 2 years.
He won a cup.
Corey Perry's at 8.6.
Yeah, Corey Perry is getting old very quickly.
Well, they were both in like their early 30s.
Yeah.
At that point.
You're a fossil by that point. Early 30s, you're washed up. That's right. Okay. What do we got now? You got the next one, Amadei.
Mm-hmm. For $5, Mr. James Amadei, welcome, sir. Will the MLB rule changes make regular season baseball exciting for non-beer drinkers? Probably not. Because, let's put it this way, baseball has become a 3-outcome sport. Walk, strikeout, home run. And the home run is probably the most exciting in short bursts, but the walk and the strikeout, nobody gives a shit about.
Yeah, that's funny because I have a video coming out Friday or Saturday on how to improve baseball with co-host.
How do you improve baseball? Easy. You put in a salary cap and you make it at least a level playing field and make it seem like there aren't a bunch of hopeless teams in the goddamn league. But that's not going to happen.
See, my idea, instead of banning the shift, I say they make the shift mandatory and away from everyone. So, like, it's just hits palooza, like, singles, doubles all day, Instead of the shift, they should make the entire defense huddle up in center field, like in a circle, and then we'll see what happens. They'll just have a field or circle in center field. That's my idea. I'm sticking to it. No, I've got some very good reasons. And Foolish Baseball, if you guys haven't heard of him, he's up and coming. He did a video on that inning by Justin Verlander, and he's going to be on it. So, you got this next one? No, I just read. Yeah, you read this next one.
Yep, Beast of Metal. Yep, $3. No recap on Lundqvist. He was done under the 13 CBA. Okay.
That's why he's a mod, everyone. That's why he's a mod.
Yep, that's why he's better than us.
Yep, he does our homework for us.
Mm-hmm.
He's awesome. Mr. Mephisto, spending the big bucks. Can't tell which is more of a dumpster fire, this stream or Nashville's power play. I would say
this stream.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Definitely. If the question of more dumpster fire-ish comes into play, it's
always this.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah.
I'm surprised we even have 175 people watching right now. I'm like, how do you survive this shit? Like, you have a white noise in the background? Because nothing screams like a great time like just us sitting here reading super chats. It's fucking brilliant. Yeah, like, we should have like something in the background, like us playing like some shitty game or doing something along those lines. So at least.
Oops. No. Never mind. I do have a capture.
Yeah, last time I did a gaming stream, like, I've been thinking about it, but it's like, what do I play?
I do have a capture card. Like, I could, but right now my third monitor is being used for the chat. So
you can play some like Ultimate Team and splurge all your Snapchat money on like cards.
Yeah, I could play some Hockey Ultimate Team, and you would just see me yell shit at the screen.
It's like, this game fucking sucks.
That would be me the whole time. That's how I play. Like, my wife is always like, how you just get so angry? I'm like, you don't understand. He's playing a 1-4 trap, and he's playing neutral zone trap, and all his guys are on the blue line as soon as I pick up the puck in my zone. Like, what a fucking asshole. Anyways, I can beat the trap. At least that's what I tell myself right before I hit quit on the game. Before you love shine. Speaking of Anaheim Ducks Lau Cow vid, use Let It Go from Frozen is background music. And Knicks and Suns are both tied for the worst record in the NBA. Yes. I never thought that this day would come where the Knicks were just that bad, but I was
Like the
sadly
Knicks have been
mistaken.
ass for a very long time, but now it's like woof. It's
Oh.
it's bad.
The Rangers tied it up.
Yep,
Sorry.
Rangers tied it up. Flyers tied it up. Nashville tied it up.
Buchnevich with the goal.
And Colorado tied it up, too.
Tucker
So you got
White
a lot
didn't give
tied
us
game.
an update that Nashville, yep, who scored the goal there?
Let me take a look-see. Let me take a
Victor
look-see.
Ardvinson. Oh,
PK Subban on the power play.
Oh.
So, yes, this dumpster fire is more of a dumpster fire than the Nashville power play, because the Nashville power play scored a goal.
There you go. You're going to get old takes exposed right there, buddy. Uh-huh. A lot of farting noises coming from Tree. All right.
Whatever.
What's your next? You got the next snapper chatter.
Mm-hmm. Cactus, $2. When's the next Legacy of Failure video? I don't have a certain timetable for it yet. Like, I have a couple ideas, but it's just like getting everything into order and fruition.
Yeah, this is a good time, man. Sports ball is over for now, unless you're going to do an ironic. Like
I'll probably do like an AAF sports ball.
Uh-huh.
Like, I'm working on that right now. It's not going to be anything crazy.
It would be funny if you took an AAF team and treated them like you did the Steelers and like found a bunch of dirt and drama around the clubhouse this week.
Well, there was
On
a guy that
days-
got arrested from the Birmingham Iron because of a prostitution sting.
Oh, nice. No, it'd be funny if it was
Hearts of
just
iron.
mundane shit like Christian Hackenberg came late to practice today by 5 minutes. He is
That's a
still
little
Christian
extreme.
Hackenberg. Like, that would be funny. Anyways, I digress. Century. Should
Man, I
the
am doing
Canucks
that one
tank? Injuries are bad. Edler, Markstrom, Demko, Bershi, etc. Did I say that right? Bershi?
Yep, Sven Berchi.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah,
very
apparently
good.
Berchi's like had a bunch of concussions.
They started DiPietro last night, who was an emergency OHL call. Is that Rick DiPietro's kid?
No, it's a different.
Oh, is that a
Yeah,
common?
Sven Berchi's out indefinitely with post-concussion syndrome.
They've been losing badly, and the injury bug got them. You know, you were playing with house money for a while, so I don't think missing the playoffs is going to hurt. I think making the playoffs and not doing anything hurts more than missing the playoffs.
They're not ready. Like, that's what I figured. They're not truly ready for playoffs. Like, if they made the playoffs, they'd be getting blown out.
Yeah.
Which is still possible because the West is a hot mess. But
West is a shit show. The West, the Jets are look like the team to beat. Preds are right there. Sharks, talking about
the Sharks are doing well right now,
Yep,
which,
even the
I mean,
Flames.
is expected.
Yep.
Because if they don't win get to the cup this year at least, then it's like, your fucking failures go away.
Yeah, Golden Knights are playing better. Sorry, Canucks.
Yeah.
Canucks are hanging on.
Blues are on a nice winning streak,
Yeah,
which, I mean, is going to continue their awful pain.
Yeah,
Because, like, it's nothing but agony for them. Like, they were supposed to be all right, then they went into the basement, and then they got a goaltender who doesn't suck ass, and now they're doing all right.
This has been such a weird year. The Blackhawks are now have won 7 in a row. Like,
Yeah, they just lost to Boston.
yeah, the West.
Well, like, it has. It's like, it's a weird year to gauge. I mean, the West, like, you're only 8 points out of a playoff spot.
I know it feels like a strike year. Like, you know what I mean? Like they just started playing. Like it's a short
Yeah, like
season.
8 from first to last.
Right,
Like,
right.
the Ducks are dead last right now,
Yeah,
and they're 8 points away from the Wild and the Blues.
yeah. Are you sure there wasn't a labor dispute to shorten the season? Because it feels
Yeah.
really weird.
It's a little more disparity. I mean, like, it's 18 from the wild card to the last, and that's the Penguins and the Senators.
Mm-hmm. All right, Tucker White 94. I like this. For either of you, hot take on the Braves. Go.
Hot take on the Braves. Hot take on the Braves.
Is Freddie Freeman still there? I don't even
Yes,
know.
he is.
That's
He
my
is
hot
still
take
there.
is that Freddie Freeman is overrated and he spells his name incorrectly. It's Freddy, not IE. So there's a hot take for you, Tucker White. I definitely don't.
That's a pretty lame ass hot take.
Yeah. I don't think
That's all
he's in
I'm
the
saying,
top
man.
tier of NL first or Major League first baseman, even though he secretly is. I'm a Met fan, and the thing that pisses me off is Chipper Jones would always get a hit whenever the Mets needed an out. Chipper Jones would be like, "Fuck you, 3-run home run," and that was what he did his entire career. He just pwned us. So I'm still angry over that. So there's my.
You only won your division because the rest of your division's a dumpster fire.
Yeah,
There's your hot take. Boom, roasted.
The Braves won 13.
You're gonna waste
straight.
Ronald Acuna Jr. Boom, roasted.
That's boom, roasted. You have no pitching. Boom, truth.
Teheran's still okay.
Okay, that was a little hot, a little steamy there, right? All right, next one.
That's like a steaming turd. That's what that is.
Family Guy fan, what's up? How you been? 4 questions. Group of 5 triggering. Everyone keeps. I have to do triggering all 64 or all 68 NCAA teams. That's next. I will do group of 5, but I've got so many good ideas right now. As long as they don't get taken down with copyright strikes, I should be fine.
As long as you don't use 5 seconds of random footage, you're good to go.
Yeah. I'll make sure I don't do that. But yeah, where's Harper and Machado going? I don't think anywhere.
As I said, I still think like Machado, like it's Philly, Chicago, and apparently the Yankees might still be in play for him.
He's gonna take another. Dude, if Dan Clark ends up being right about Machado, I'm gonna be fucking angry. Like,
dude, if the Yankees get Machado, it's gonna be like, what? Really?
Yeah. And
they'll probably get Harper too, just because.
Will we see a Clippers legacy of failure video?
They've been asking that for a long time.
It's too
easy.
One
of those one. Yeah, it's too easy, and it's been done.
Right.
And it needs like something like special.
It's like saying, "Here is an ugly person. Let's make fun of this ugly person."
Donald Sterling's a cheap motherfucker.
Right.
That's the legacy of failure.
And Steve Ballmer is fucking nuts, and he doesn't know what he's doing either. You know, did he pass away? No, that was Paul Allen. Sorry, Paul Allen died.
Yeah.
Steve Ballmer.
The Trailblazers owner.
Yes, and the Seahawks. What team do you think Ambronio Brown and Bronio Town will go to?
Ambronio Town.
Yes. And Todd McVay.
Might as well go by that name in Pittsburgh now.
He's going to end up with Todd McVay.
I'm still saying Raiders.
Yeah, that sounds like a very Raiders thing.
Raiders are going to be my pick till the end.
Yep. That John Gruden's like, "Man, we lost Amari, man. We got to get that AB. It's one of my first. I got to bring in my guy."
Hey, you can give us 2 of their first round picks. That'd be great. Yeah, it's not going to happen, but
who do the Raiders trade for him? The ghost of Darius Haywood Bay? Is that it?
Well, we already have Darius Haywood Bay. Are we going to get his hands?
Yeah.
That's all you can really get right now.
I really don't know. I don't know who has picks to spare on a 30-year-old wide receiver who is extremely talented. I
guess you could see the people getting obsessed with the brand and maybe biting on that, like a Le'Veon situation.
Yeah. All right, let's get through these because it's 10 o'clock already. Wow.
Oh, man. Damn.
It's already 10. But we will read all of these. We will read all of these. Yeah, we're having so much fun burning our wood in the dumpster fire. I said wood.
Nothing but dumpster fires. You know that.
All right. You got this next one.
Yep. Before you love shine. He's putting in that last-minute oil.
Yeah.
No, that, sir. I dare you to both troll them Cowboys and use Rhinestone Cowboy by the late Glenn Campbell as background music. Glenn Campbell died? I thought he was still alive.
I don't know that.
Okay. I don't know either. Cowboys look like one on field.
Well,
I gotta look this up.
Beast of Metal just discovered that Dennis Green was dead. So, yeah, 2017, Glenn Campbell. American singer,
I know he was
guitarist.
struggling for a while.
Yep. He sung, what did he sing? What are some of Glenn Campbell's greatest songs?
I remember him when he was a kid in fucking Rockadoodle. That's
really?
That's all I know him from. I was 3 when that came out. So it's here, have this shitty movie. And it's Then I remembered it's like, oh yeah, Glenn Campbell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you ever watch Soul Train when you were a
Nah.
kid? Oh, I watched Soul Train when I was a kid. It was excellent. Did you ever watch, what was that, MTV Beach House? Or what was the dance show that MTV, Club MTV?
I don't know.
Did you watch MTV when you were a kid? A lot
Nah.
of people did.
My mom like hated MTV.
Oh, she was
She
like,
thought it was the
MTV
devil.
is the devil. You go clean your room. Tree.
And by that point, it was just like it was turning into like less music and just like more commercialism and just like vanity. But still, it's like it was like cool.
Yeah, he sung Wichita Lineman, Rhinestone Cowboy, The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. He was a big time star, that Glenn Campbell. All right. The Cowboy, James Amadei for $2. The Cowboys, I want to go home, Sandy Checks. Did he mean Sandy Cheeks?
Sandy Cheeks. I'm thinking that's what you mean.
Yes, Sandy Cheeks. I think that's hilarious. Yes.
Sorry, I had to.
You had to do it. Well, we didn't get Sweet Victory, but we did get I Want to Go Home.
Yeah, I mean, they would have done like a little intro for that and then gone to Travis Scott.
Yep. Sicko mode. All right, you got this next one.
Yes, sir. Fly Latore. What's up, buddy?
Oh, you skipped
$1.99. Got in late as fuck. Had to finish. Well, it's obvious what's happening there. He's just bulking up on what's going to happen to us once we get captured by the thought police.
That's right. Right. We're going to get chained to a desk and we're going to have to erase our own YouTube channel. All the existence.
Pretty much. So we're going to be electroshocked until we realize 2 + 2 is 5 and Susan Wojcicki is the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Right. And then when we're done, we're going to discover that it was one of the other countries that was at war with another one. And we're going to.
It was Daily Motion that we were always at war with.
Yes,
it was never Vimeo.
That's right. We've been had. And then, yeah, they're just going to break us. You know, that's actually a great book, 1984. The Thought Police. We missed one. Before You Love Shine, Manuel, LA, and LA Kings are top 2 teams in LA. Oh, he's talking to Manuel. That he's saying that the Lakers and the Kings are the top 2 teams in LA. I would agree with that. The Dodgers are though.
Dodgers over the Kings. They are the 2 teams that people love there.
People love the Dodgers, and they just went to a World Series. And Clayton Kershaw walks on water. And then back to back, Before You Love Shine, worst opponents for New York Mets by Chipper or World Series 2000. And yeah, well, the Yankees just owned us like that one series, you know. But Chipper owned us his entire life. So, yeah.
I would say the Mets just own themselves consistently.
Do you really want me to bring up the Mets? You saw that tweet, right? Where I was just like, since 1990, basically, the Mets, the Knicks, the Rangers have been jack shit.
Rangers have been a cock tease, but they did win a cup in '94.
I saw that when I was 17. All right, 17. I just graduated from high school. That was a great summer. And then I saw the Knicks blow. I was like, oh, we're going to get both. And then they blew it. And then both teams have just been terrible. Terrible. Okay. All right, let's get through these. You got the next?
I keep throwing more stuff at us. I mean, we got a quota to film, man. Yeah. Eric Worthen for $2. Roast a team from my city of Dallas. Oh, dude, might as well get all of them. Dallas Mavericks. Mark Cuban is a crazy piece of shit that enables a sexual harassing culture and probably isn't going to win another championship. Boom, roasted. Dallas Cowboys. That's all I need to say. Boom, roasted. Boom. Dallas Stars. You're nothing but a relentless culture of mediocrity. Your CEO doesn't know what the fuck is really going on with his organization. Tyler Sagan and Jamie Benn should fuck off the first chance they get. And let's be real, they're not going anywhere soon. Boom, roasted. Texas Rangers, you're a fucking joke. You don't know what's going on either. You have a GM that I don't know what the hell you're even doing. Boom, roasted.
Right, and you were one strike away from a World Series 2 years in a row.
Twice.
Boom, roasted. You fucking pissed off Josh Hamilton too. Boom, roasted. All right. Fly Latory, Fultz traded to Orlando. Thoughts? Markelle Fultz might be one of the biggest busts.
It's sad because it's the Yip.
Yeah. It really is sad.
Like it's bad. I mean, like I hope he recovers just so I can laugh at the Philly some more, but it's yeah. It's like a Brian Taylor situation. You remember him from the Yankees?
Oh yeah.
Like he was doing hot and then like he got punched out in a bar and it really fucked up his pitching arm.
Yeah, his shoulder. He hurt his shoulder in a bar fight, and he
Yeah.
was on the cover of Baseball 100, like the number one prospect. He was Dwight Gooden with the better head on his shoulder, and he got into a bar fight, and it ruined his career. It was the worst.
He never made the majors.
Yep.
And, speaking of which, your Rangers just took a 3-2 lead over Winnipeg.
Yes.
He gets the Benajad on the power
Screw
play.
up your tank. Screw up your tank. God damn it. They're beating like the best teams too. And they're just screwing it up.
That's ranky though, man.
Yeah, it's
Like the Penguins do that a lot. Like they'll lose to like Chicago twice, they'll lose to Ottawa twice, and then they'll randomly beat Tampa Bay, and you're just sitting there like, what the fuck?
yeah.
What?
What the fuck? All right, I like this from Tucker White. Prediction: Keselowski wins Sunday's Daytona 500. I will be critiquing all of the NASCAR tracks at some point.
Ooh.
Yes. And Tucker White actually, I hit him up on Twitter, asked for some help, but I don't know. I'm thinking Joey Logano. I don't know why I think Joey Logano is going to win, but
I'm going to go probably something safe. I'm going to go Kyle Busch.
Oh,
And then everyone's going to get pissy.
yes, that's true. Is Kyle Busch the one that has a lazy eye? Is that?
I don't know. I think they're both like douches.
Yes.
Like Kurt Busch more of a douche than Kyle, but
Yeah.
they're both kind of douchey.
They're very douchey. All right, and here's the last one of the night. Fly Latory. You want to read this one?
Yes, sir. Fly Latory for $199. The only good part of the stars is Miro Haskin. I don't know. So I think Sagan's all right. Like Ben's had a weird year, but Sagan's all right. But I mean, Klingberg can't play defense. Like your depth is a mess. Ben Bishop's okay.
Klingberg's like a
guess.
forward. Like, why does he play defense?
He's like Brent Burns.
Yeah, he's a Burnsy.
Oh, also Detroit took the lead over Nashville 3-2. Sorry.
Oh, no, Tucker.
Boom, roasted.
Yes. All right. Well, that was a fantastic show. That was fun. I want to thank all 100 and something odd of you for coming out.
It's just like your penance for having to deal with all the bullshit.
Yes.
Sorry, boys.
Yes.
This is your punishment from the YouTube gods. You have to watch this shit.
And I started off the show and I said there will be a surprise. So next week, Jillian Fisher is going to join us on the Dumpster Fire. And you guys will behave, okay? All you guys on the chat, you will behave and be respectful.
That's a bit harsh. I mean, Beast of Metal's going to have to get out. We might have to double up mods.
Yeah, we might have to recruit somebody so that we don't have any, requests from the gallery. You guys will be good, okay? And you too, Tree, you behave as well. She is a Flyers fan, which made me really think about not bringing her on. Honestly,
Yeah, I've seen some stuff. It's very damaging. It's
yes. So you hockey wonks, I cannot get EDP, okay? He does not want to answer my fucking messages.
EDP just goes to the beat of his own drum. He don't give a fuck.
Yeah, he's like, his video titles like, like got caught beating off at work, and you're just like, you're great. Like having children should be I think it was like having children should be
Having children should be a sport.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you're pumping out like 8 kids. It's like, what the fuck? Dude.
Oh, the Jets just tied up the Rangers.
Well, Wilder over the Flyers, and Detroit's still leading Nashville.
Shifley scored.
Mark Scheifele. Dude's a beast.
Yeah,
Beast.
He's beast of
Oh, by the way, the Stars beat the Panthers 3-0.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's like beating up on anybody. All right, man.
Pretty much.
Well, it was fun. We went an hour and 10 minutes. Thank you, everyone, for the Snapper chatters. Next week, what we'll do is we'll talk to Jillian. We'll read Snapchats, and then we'll talk more and jagging off at work gone bad. Yes, Q Sweet Victory. Tree, any parting thoughts?
No, man. Glad you stopped by. I mean, I'll probably have an AAF video, but it'll probably suck. I mean, it's just more like an introductory vid.
Yeah.
So
I've got tomorrow will be why is losing on purpose called tanking. So I hope that will get some interest.
I'll get you all the views.
Yes.
Probably all the pussy, too.
Yes, of course. And then Friday, I have the Major League Baseball, how to get improve Major League Baseball. And then I have a video on NHL concussions that I'm working on, NASCAR tracks. I got so much shit to do. So, all right, man. Everybody, thanks for coming out. I'm going to steal Russell. What was his name? From Def Comedy Jam. He's rich. Russell.
Shit. I don't know.
Simmons.
Man.
Yes.
I haven't paid attention to Def Comedy Jam. Out.
God bless. Good night. Nah, you made it to the end of the stream. Fuck it.
All right. Yay, boom, roasted.
Boom, roasted.